Hi, I'm glad you're here. Today I want to talk about psychology's role in global climate change. And Swim et al. Reference, they talk about climate change probably being one of the greatest challenges facing humanity in this century. And they use the term climate change uh, as opposed to global warming. And the reason for this is that climate change is broader. It includes more consequences than just higher temperatures. And it seems that climate change is causing a lot more to happen. Certainly, population increase is a factor affecting climate change. I talked about in the last lecture, we're, we're at 7 billion people and growing. And the planet's designed for about 4 billion max. When we look at world population, size, distribution, and density are all factors. Um, for example, children per female in developing countries is down. 2.1 per woman in Europe, East Asia, and the Pacific. Africa is at 5.2 per woman. So this is good, but simply decreasing the population alone is not enough to fix the problem. For example, the quality of life is a factor. Africa, in the next 25 years, the continent of Africa does not expect much increase in energy consumption. Yet, if you compare that to the United States, energy consumption is projected to be 5 to 6 times greater than Africa during that same period of time, and that's because energy consumption per person in the United States is the highest in the world. We use more energy than any country in the world. Now, the researchers have come up with categories of predictors. For example, individuals use energy in housing and transportation. That's one place where the U.S. is really bad in transportation because our economy is designed upon the automobile. Organizations also use buildings. Rifkin states that buildings are the #1 source of energy use. They use equipment, goods, and service. If you think about this, both individuals and organizations, we purchase stuff. And it's what's called economic consumption, and it's become a lifestyle. Not only that, our government has made matters worse by trying to design a consumer-based economy. And so in order for the economy to do well, they need for people to buy stuff and organizations to buy stuff, and that's bad for the environment. So they're at odds here. Now, if we look at psychology's role, #1, we need to educate the general public in the problem with climate change. We can also explain the effects of climate change, the way people will be affected by climate change. We can advocate for meaningful change. I think another role also, especially in this global economy, we can report how other people and cultures feel about climate change. For example, the U.S. tends to lag behind most other countries. I attended a conference and presented in Vancouver last year in June, and I was amazed at how far ahead the Vancouver area is in going green compared to most cities here in the United States. It was just no comparison at all, and it really makes you aware when you're out of the country and you can see this. I think another role for us in psychology is clarifying the research, because there's so much confusion, especially related to climate. Now, some ways that you can go green. #1, you can calculate your carbon footprint, and I think you'll see that that's going to be the learning team assignment this week, and I think you'll you'll find that a pretty good and a pretty powerful learning experience. You can also compare the U.S. footprint to other countries. I also provided a link for that as well. Um, buy local, buy organic. If you think the cost of shipping food long distances creates a lot of energy, it uses a lot of energy. We can buy items with less packaging. Here not too long ago, President Obama even asked companies to use less plastic in packaging. Use tap water instead of buying bottled water. Use tap water in reusable containers. We can landscape with native plants. Reduce shopping and purchasing. In other words, we don't need to have as much stuff. As our appliances go bad, replace them with energy efficient appliances. You'd be surprised at how much that can save in energy. Avoid eating items prepared in the microwave. Use less hot water. Turn the temperature down on your hot water tanks. Use low energy light bulbs. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Let me see. And this comes from an American public media. 5 no-cost ways to go green, reported by Wilson. And notice it says unplug things when you're not using them and they might be using energy, such as a computer. Carpool when possible. Carpool to go places. Cars are a primary source of energy here in the U.S. Only run your appliances like your dishwasher, your washing machine, when they're full. Don't run them as partial. Adjust your thermostats. Make it turn them down in the winter and up in the summer. And buy reusable items, things that can be used more than once. Climate change and water. A lot of times people, they don't think so much about, in other words, we take water for granted, but look at the water shortages we've experienced in the southeast United States, and Columbia University said that they reported that was primarily created due to population increase, and now they're being affected by climate as well. The water shortages in Australia were severe enough to establish for the Australia to establish a national water policy. Drought in California has also contributed to an increase in forest fires. And it's not just California now too. We're seeing forest fires, wildfires in other states. Did you know the average family of 4 in the United States uses 25,000 gallons of water per year just in flushing toilets? Is that amazing or what? Bathroom faucet uses 2.2 gallons of water per minute on the average. I wonder how many people, and especially kids, brush their teeth with the faucet running when they're not even using the water. And sometimes efficient applications like water efficient faucets and other appliances, they can save up to 40% of water per year for an average family. So it's worth taking a look at. How can we use water wisely? Well, turn the faucet off while brushing your teeth and not using it, or for men when shaving, turn it off. Stop buying bottled water and use tap water with a reusable container. There's a lot of good containers out. Some have filters on them, make the water even cleaner and taste better. Talked about don't use the washing machine or dishwasher unless they're full. Use a low flow from the faucet. If you water outside, use it early in the morning or late in the evening to reduce evaporation. Fix plumbing leaks so water's not leaking. Eat less meat. Meat meat is a primary source of energy use. Buy less stuff in general. Um, Learn the source of your drinking water so you care about it. These are all good tips. Um, Natural disasters. I included this link as a discussion question this week, and this is another result of climate change. We're seeing more of them, and they're more severe. So describe a recent natural disaster, and what effect do natural disasters have on individuals. There's quite a few references supporting this information, and I've got them all listed in the transcript that is posted. I want to show them here. The swim is a good source on this as well, and the Department of Energy puts out quite a bit of good stuff. The Wilson came out of the Phoenix Focus. If you think University of Phoenix was one of the very first corporations anywhere to go paperless, and so University of Phoenix has an environmentally conscious management and to the way they operate. So thank you, and look for the sources in the transcript.